Welcome back. Now, shopping online is a blossoming business. So is it the solution to anyone who's been made redundant and wants to set out on their own?
We're joined this morning by career coach Jane Downs and Jacqueline Finnegan of Worktights.ie. You're both very welcome to the morning show.
Morning to you, ladies.
Morning.
Jane, good to see you again. Tell us
you.
about Jacqueline, how you met the woman and what her situation is.
Well, Jackie was made redundant from an industry that was, I suppose, did great in the good times, the recruitment industry. So she was a classic case of somebody who was brilliant at her job, but was made redundant due to, obviously, the downturn. And she had 2 young kids at home as well, so an added little, I suppose, complication there. Yeah. So Jackie really wanted to do something, I suppose, a little bit independently, and something that would give her, I suppose, a sense of what?
Independence.
Independence again, wasn't it? Yeah, the kids.
Well, you wanted to keep working. You wanted to.
Yeah, I needed to keep working. I needed to keep the money coming in, and I needed something with a bit of flexibility as well. Yeah. So working for yourself gives you that little bit of flexibility. I can drop the kids off to school and pick them up whenever I need to.
The only problem with working for yourself, especially working from home, is you don't know when the working day stops.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that is a problem.
Yeah, so Jackie sort of works in the mornings when the kids are at school, and then in the afternoons she might take a few hours with the kids and collect them from school, which is a lovely luxury to have, and I suppose one of the big benefits of working from home, maybe with an online business. And then when the kids go down, she's straight back on her work. So it's sort of night and day work. It's not a 9-to-5 job, you know.
No.
Okay. That is true, yeah.
Jackie, where did this idea come from? You were in recruitment, and so it was last year you were made redundant, right? Last September?
Last September,
Okay, so how long were you mulling over an idea, and when did the tights come to you, the idea for that?
It wasn't very long. It didn't take very long, really. When I was in work, I was always ripping my tights, and it used to cost me a fortune. And I decided I'm going to have to set up a business now and sell something that people really need, and not something that people really want, because in these times there's lots of things that we would like and there's lots of things that we love, but I need to sell something that people need. And I just thought back to the days when I was ripping my tights all the time, and that's how the idea came to me.
Okay, so are these non-rippable tights then? You're putting
not
on
exactly,
market?
no, they're not non-rippable tights, but you won't spend a fortune on them, is the point. They are a good quality tight. It took about 6 months to 8 months to try and going through different suppliers to try and find good quality tights at a good price. I wanted to get both, and once I got those, I was able to put them on the market then.
Jane, so Jacqueline comes to you and she's got this wonderful idea. How do you develop that? You can't just suddenly say, I'm online.
Sure. To be fair now, Jackie came to me at the stage where she'd already sourced the products and the business idea. So she came to me where a lot of people come to me at when they've actually launched the business and they're saying, whoa, let's step back a bit here for a minute. Where do I want this to go? What do I want from this business? You know, so we had to really just take time out from the business and take a good hard look at your needs for the business going forward, what you wanted to sort of achieve within the first 12 months, where was your self-esteem at, you know, were you feeling very, driven and still positive to do this, and what were the obstacles or potential obstacles in your way, was there upskilling needed that you hadn't thought of, you know, where's your motivation at, are you still crystal clear on the benefits of what you were doing, and then the whole stock piece as well is a big piece of an online business, managing the stock.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge, because I had this idea, I thought it was a great idea, but you forget when you set up your own business, there's so much more to setting up your business and selling a product. There's also the accounts, there's controlling stock, there's all sorts of things. I've never worked in retail before, I've never run my own business before, and all started to get a bit manic, and that's when Jane came in.
But Jackie had a very, very good sort of account management or a sales background, so she could use that skill, I suppose. That helped. And your husband is involved in the IT piece of the business, which again helps. He's an IT guru, isn't he?
He is. I was very lucky there. He was able to design the website for me, so that was
a big benefit.
That was a big benefit.
What about something as simple as just picking tights? I mean, how did you know? I mean, I see you've got some here, some kind of hold-ups.
I did. I brought some tights with me. It was a big, I went through, I tried on a lot of pairs of tights over the 6 months or 8 months I tried on. And what I did was I brought in a product that is very good quality and a low price. They have a huge range, a fashion range. This is one of them here. They go up to 120 denier, and there's lots of different patterns in them. Then I also brought in another range, because a lot of people were asking me, people are on their feet all day. I have this range here. It's more expensive. It's an Italian range. But the wonderful thing about this range is that they combine fashion with support. So, the old image of support tights are out the window with these, because they have hold-ups and they have patterns and support as well. And then as well as that, I brought in another brand, and I changed it to my own brand. It's a Leva, which is a really good quality tight at a very low price for people who need to wear tights to work every day.
I would find, though, if I was buying tights, and I'm sure this is probably, I can't really ask you this, but
Can't really know.
For me personally, I like to feel them, so I wouldn't be inclined to buy them online. I'd prefer to buy them in the shop now, unless they're completely half the price. I don't know. I mean, would you agree?
That's why description on the website is so vitally important, isn't it?
It is. It is very important, and I totally understand where you're coming from. But as you say, the price is very low, so a lot of people are able to try them out there as well. And then recently, I've actually been asked to go out and do some clothes parties. So somebody's doing a clothes party. They asked me to bring the tights along. And actually, they have been really good. A lot of people have bought loads of pairs of tights.
Well, Jane is wearing a fabulous pair on her. I don't know if the camera can see Jane's pins there, but they're looking gorgeous. Yes. How much were they?
They're the opaque tight. I think they were $6.99, which is
That's
super.
pretty good. Yeah. I mean, are you selling? How's it going since you started?
It's going really, really well. I mean, we're only up and running since the first week in September. So since then, there's been a steady growth week on week, and it's been really, really good. We're very happy.
Okay. What we've also noticed there is something for those who might be in the family way.
Absolutely.
Tell us more about those.
Both of the ranges that I have a maternity range, but the Solideo one, these ones are definitely on the more expensive side, because these will prevent ankle swelling, they'll prevent varicose veins, spider veins, and any ailments that you might have when you're pregnant. These will prevent them, so they might cost the same price as a Wolford, but they certainly will have a lot more benefits than a Wolford will.
Jane, I suppose starting up an online business is going to be a lot cheaper than going out there and renting a shop. And so if someone out there is sitting at home and has an idea, this could be a good step for them.
Just make sure to get the product right. Do as much research as you can about the product you want to potentially sell, if it's going to be a product or a service. But you're right, there's no initial huge outlays, bar getting the IT piece right, you know, getting the system in place. But you can also rent software pieces as well, you know, for the initial 6 months of the company setup, if you don't want to go and invest in huge sort of software systems, I believe. So that's a big benefit. The other thing is, you know, there's no huge marketing material needed. It's all on site. That's your shop window. So it's great. I have lots of friends doing it, actually.
Okay. Well, we wish you well. Just quickly, any advice that you might have to offer, Jacqueline, to anybody like you, made redundant and thinking of setting up an online business?
Absolutely. Well, I would say to anybody, if they've been made redundant, to go and look at the skills they've learned from their previous employment, see where can they transfer those skills, and then also the nice thing about it is see if there's something that they're really interested in as well, and they can combine those together. But I'd certainly recommend anybody to give it a go.
Okay. Well, we wish you well.
Any TV3 viewers out there who want tights, can they get a discount this morning?
Absolutely, absolutely. For anybody who wants to buy tights from the site, they just need to enter TV3 on the website and they'll get a 10% discount.
Fabulous.
Worktights.ie.
Worktights.ie.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Don't forget, if you want to get more of Jane's advice, you can pick up her book, The Career Book, at all good bookshops.